if you'll ever come clean. They don't tell me that you're a liar, and I'm praying this is just a bad dream. Baby, don't you know that we've been in this for so long, and I'm never gonna go. So give me what I deserve. Sometimes we'll be too rough, some days will seem too long. I know I need to be tough. Oh, so give me all your love, and I promise we'll get through this stuff. It's a journey on this love train with 100 more miles to go, but it's worth it, 'cause in the long run we'll have made it down this road. Sometimes we'll be too rough, some days will be too long. I know I need to be tough. Oh, so give me all your love, and I promise we'll get through this stuff. Through this stuff. I promise we'll get through this stuff. Yeah. Come on, Stan. Times will be too rough, some days will seem too long, and I know I need to be tough. Oh, so give me all your love, and I promise we'll get through this stuff. Through this stuff. I promise we'll get through this stuff. Yeah, through this stuff.
Hey, nice!
Yeah, very nice.
That was great. Jill Charles on WFNC Local Artist Concert Series. So a little of the history behind that song. You sit down on the patio,
Yeah.
and I guess stuff was happening.
Yes, it was. You know, everybody goes through tough times in their relationships, and one of the things that I do is I write out when I'm feeling frustrated or I'm feeling like I'm missing somebody. And I've been married for 15 years, and I love my husband with all my heart, but those are moments when you just feel like, how am I to get through? So I wrote this song, and I'm like, we can get through anything, and that's what this song was about.
How long did it take you to do that one? It sounds like probably you did it pretty quick.
Truth be told, about 5 minutes.
5
to be
minutes?
honest with you.
Now, do you play an instrument yourself?
I play a mean kazoo.
Well, how did you come up? I mean, did you write the words and then put some music to it, or how did you do this?
When I write a song, I feel very blessed because I get the melody in my head, so I can get the basic melody line and the lyrics. And usually what I do is I just call a guitar player. Now, I had a different guitar player at the time. Stan is awesome, and I'm so thankful for him. But my previous guitar player, I had him on the back porch with me, and I said, let's do this. And so we wrote it out, and Stan picked it up.
So when you go out to Latitude, where you'll be playing tomorrow night,
Yes.
mostly originals, mostly covers, a mix of both. What are your fans, what do the crowd usually want to hear?
We have a pretty good mix of everything. We don't do a ton of my originals. We're working toward that, but we do this one, and of course, You Are Not Forgotten, and mostly top 40, pop, country, some blues, stuff that everybody likes. We got a good mix of the new stuff that just came out, and then a combination of some older things, but it's all stuff that everyone knows and can sing along to.
What is your favorite genre?
My favorite genre, well, honestly,
You country girl?
I am, but I do love pop too, so it's a strong mix. So
I ask a lot of the local artists that come in here because the folks that we've had in, so talented, and
agree.
Fayetteville is just full of these great singer, songwriter, musicians. So I'm going to ask you, you're such a great singer, you're so talented. Have you thought about doing The Voice or Idol or any of these TV talent shows? Because you're as good, if not better, than most of the people that I see on these shows.
Thank you very much. Well, actually, I have auditioned for everything except American Idol because there's an age cutoff, and I'm not revealing my age. So.
Okay.
But I have tried, and the thing is, you go with an open mind. I don't go thinking if I don't get this, oh, my life is over.
Right.
You go with the experience, you meet people, and I always learn something from it. So each time I've gone, I've just hoped for the best. I have been in several competitions where I made it to the top 10 or
Right.
the top 12, so I do try every now and then. So you never know.
Because it just seems now, and Stan, Stan is old school like Jim and I. It used to be where you played the clubs and you paid your dues, and
Oh yeah.
you played around a lot, and finally, hopefully, you got recognized, you got quote unquote discovered.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but you had to be found by some record company somewhere.
Right, but now, kids are going to these TV talent shows, and they're hitting it big.
They
A
are.
lot of them deserve to hit it big, and I think Kelly Clarkson is unbelievable.
Yes, she is.
You know-
She's actually one of my favorite artists.
Carrie Underwood, great.
She's
but
my
then,
other.
But you look at some of the other folks that have won American Idol, people are amazed. Jennifer Hudson didn't win. She came in sixth or something. Chris Daughtry didn't win. He
Right.
came in fifth or sixth. So I always wonder now, when I'm talking to folks like you, if you've tried that route, and you have. Did you try it for The Voice?
I did.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I drove to Atlanta. It was actually during St. Patrick's Day, and I went into this giant holding room. A lot of people have no idea about the process of this. It's not just what you see on TV.
Of
There are
course
several
not.
steps that you have to go through.
Right.
I was in a holding room with probably 10,000 people.
Oh.
Honestly, this was a very cool thing, and I won't have a lot of time, but they had everybody warm up their voices, and the two songs they had us warm up to were Amazing Grace and the National Anthem. 10,000 people. By the time you get away from the 10,000 and you're narrowed down to 10, you're in another room, you just give your best, you do what you came to do, and then you hope you get your next shot, you get your ticket or whatever to go on.
Right.
That just wasn't my moment, it was somebody else's, so I just wait. I figured
How
that
nervous are you? Are you battling nerves, even as much performing as you've done in your life? Now, here you are. You're talking about NBC, you're talking about The Voice, and I know at that point, you're not looking at Adam Levine and CeeLo,
Right.
That's a little further down the
Right.
line. But do you battle nerves when you're doing something like that?
every time.
Yeah.
Honestly, he can tell you that there's sometimes when we get ready to do something that we've done 100 times or whatever, and I'm like, I'm nervous. He's like, why? And my husband's always reminding me to have fun. I think every good artist, if they were honest with themselves, would have to admit that there's a little bit
Sure.
of nerves somewhere. I think the worst nervousness for me is the national anthem, just because of what it is.
Yeah, you got to hit the high note. You got to
Yeah.
start low
Yes.
enough where you can hit that high
And
note.
so many people have messed it up with the
Right,
lyrics.
the
that,
lyrics.
people are paying attention
Oh.
to.
Right. Jill Charles is our guest on the WFNC Local Artist Concert Series. It's 9:36. We don't normally do this, but we're going to hold them over for a third song this morning.
Okay.
Because we love her so much,
Thank
and Stan,
you.
the man, that we're going to do a third song here. So let's check CBS Market Watch, and then we'll be back with more live music on News Talk 640 WFNC.
WFNC.
Alrighty. That's still running.
Very cheap and Nissan Robotics.
There we go. Did you turn it off?